Hey everybody, this is Merrick coming at you not live with a brand new figure review. So, again, I usually don't make these when I get something new. Normally, I make these when I have time to mess around with a figure, and if it turns out to be like very satisfactory in, say, like some sort of way that makes me go like, oh, I that's how I want to talk about it. And by chance, I've gotten my hands on some basics Beast Wars figures here. So in front of me today, I have, I believe this guy is called Sky Shark, not Skybite. It's something. Oh, Skyhammer, Skyhammer. And I believe this dude is named Razor Claw. So these guys never appeared in the Beast Wars show. They are toy exclusive characters, which is something I really appreciate. And to be fair too, I was going to bring out a modern toy line exclusive character for the sake of maybe like a size comparison, but I was like, nah, I don't really feel like it, because it's one that's not really, I don't want to say been on my radar, but it doesn't really fit the settings here, and it's one of those, how do we go about like the size comparison? But I digress. The point is, we're here today to talk about some vintage Beast Wars figures, and these figures stole my heart in a way that is very surprising. So I'm of the opinion that there are really good old figures and really bad old figures. It mainly just depends upon what you're looking for in a toy. And I'm gonna just be honest, my viewpoint is very skewed, because I do think that like, say, 5 POA is unacceptable nowadays. But if you get like an old one, like say a Power of the Force kind of like figure, 5 points of articulation, it's whatever. Now, that being said, G1 Transformers going into future Transformers, I think that all of like the current Transformers that we have are much better than, say, like their G1 counterparts, because they're not just bricks that turn into cars or whatever. Now, that being said too, we're in an age where there is a distinct lack of toy exclusive characters, so we don't get these guys. And the thing that bothers me about that is because these are very cool, creative, and unique, and I love their colors, and I love like their little play features. It's nice to see. So I think, to start off this whole scenario, because I don't really talk about Transformers unless I can transform them, I can actually transform these guys. And we're going to start this off with good old Razor Claw, because he is the easier of the two to transform, in my honest opinion. And that's also the reason why Skyhammer looks the way he does right now. He's in his alt mode. So first things first, here is what Razor Claw looks like in bot mode to start. Just gonna move his arms out like that, move his shell up, bring his crab legs forward. It's a very simple transformation, and I gotta appreciate that. So you close these up to get his swimming legs into place. Seal that around there. Whoop. And the fun part about, you don't really need to move his head, because it's a fiddler crab mouth. It just kind of like goes the way it does, like that. And boom. Have ourselves a very red crab with a big claw too, as a fiddler crab would have. I really like this guy's crab mode. It looks so cool. And you get some like decent motion with like these crab legs. Like you can just like sort of extend it up and whatnot. It actually kind of stays. It's not perfect. He will fall over. And I don't think he suffers from like GPS, so there's really no point in worrying about, like, you know, how shiny his thing is. he's like a sort of pseudo transmetal in a way, but that's just me. All right, so we got him into crab mode. And again, the reason why I'm kind of like doing this the way this is because I'd argue that Razor Claw is easier to flip back and forth than Skyhammer. And it's kind of funny, too, that this is the second time I'm talking about a Transformer that turns into a shark, in a way, that has a finicky transformation that I'd kind of rather start him off in the alt mode and work my way back to bot mode. But, again, I digress. Let us get back to him. So, this is Skyhammer. He is an eagle and a shark combined. And I love this thing so much. I do kind of wish that maybe the color schemes of these were, like, better. Because even freaking, like, not Silverhawk, what the heck was his name? Silverbolt. Because both Silverbolt and freaking, what's his name? Good old Mr. Shooty Hand. They had, like, color schemes that went over their whole body, rather than just, like, we're going to have a blue hammerhead shark head and tail on an eagle's body. But I think it still looks fine either way. So now the reason why, again, I'm starting him off in this mode is because this is kind of annoying to do. So we flip that up, right? We free his arm. Now, next, we flip. That's going to happen. These are ball joints. I'll get to the articulation in a bit. So I freed his arm. To get his arm to, like, move better and give you more, like, freedom to do stuff, you put his arm down like that. His legs out like so. Pull that up. Bring those in like that. Where is the... Whoop. I'm going to say, you got to spin his body. Yeah, there we go. I got it. So you spin his body back into place until it is facing... Oh, that is... Oh, jeez. Yeah, you gotta, like, vilely spin his leg. So the legs, you gotta spin them up like that to transform him back into the eagle shark mode. But you do that, and now they're fine. Nice and in one place in peace. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, almost forgot his head. Flip the chest open, and you flip his head out like that. Whoopsie daisy. I'm just going to reattach his arm off camera because that was an unofficial step of the transformation. And whoop, flip his other claw around and boom, here he is. Skyhammer in bot mode. And he looks really cool in bot mode. So I'm actually kind of happy with how these guys turned out in, like, bot mode too, outside of alt modes. Because one, Skyhammer is a unique alt mode that's just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, shark and an eagle combined. And now he's got, like, a cool bot mode to boot. And, okay. So there's something I do want to talk about with these dudes, and that's their stability in comparison to modern figures. Okay, wait, I think I might have gotten him good. Because his chest had to snap back into place. Maybe his legs will stay, maybe they won't. They're very findly. They're, like, I don't know how many years old at this point. But we're never going to see, like, new figures of these dudes. So might as well just try to, like, work with what we got. There we go. I got him standing. It's not perfect, as you can see, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to quickly switch back Razor Claw to bot mode. Super simple to do. I like that kind of shit. I like really simple transformations that are also fun. And that is what... That is what Razor Claw and Skyhammer are. They're really fun and simple Transformers to change back and forth. I like flipping them. So, whoop, there we go. Got him back into bot mode. Just gotta put his arm. And, oh, shit. Yeah, they're both very fiddly. And I'm just gonna chalk that up to age, because, like, they do stand okay once you get them, like, standing. But there they are together. We have a Maximal in We have a Maximal in Skyhammer, and we got a Predacon in Razor Claw. So I'm kind of glad I picked these up, because now I got a bad guy and a good guy to fight each other in their supremely toy modes. Maybe I should start with the size comparison real quick. So what you're looking at here are Beast Wars Basics. I wasn't around for these when they first came out, but this is what I mean by, like, people, oh, Transformers, they used to be good, and, like, they're not good anymore. It's like, these guys feel like an intermediate size between, like, some of the other, like, size classes we have now. So just to sort of, like, start the size comparison, here is them next to Tasmania Kid from, well, Core Class Tasmania Kid from Beast Wars 2. He's pretty much up to his head reaches about the middle of the chest there. And I think it's about the same for Razor Claw as well. Again, this is how I usually scale them by, like, toy. I don't really care about, like, what they look like in the show. As long as it all looks good on a shelf together, I'm happy. But that's that next to a Core Class from the current era. Here they are next to a regular-sized Deluxe. Oh, shit. From the era, from this current era. The regular-sized Deluxe is taller already. And here he is next to a smallish medium-sized Deluxe from current era. Definitely still taller. So they're somewhere between Core Class and current Deluxe on, like, the middle to regular size scale, which is pretty good. Articulation, what you're looking at here is ball joints everywhere. Like, head swivels, he's got a ball joint at the shoulder, ball joint at the elbow. He's got this action feature with a spring-loaded claw bite, which is neat. Ball joint at the elbow, ball joint at the shoulder. A swivel at the foot. Ball joint at the knee, ball joint at the leg, and on both sides. So, again, very basic, and that's perfectly fine. And I got him standing better. Neato burrito. I like that. I do like the silhouette, though, on him. It's really cool. I like the freaking way that the shark head, like, folds up on the back like that. That just looks nice. I don't know why. Again, I'm a shark enthusiast. I like me a shark or two, so it's nice to see we got a bot that's both an eagle and a shark. It's a bird shark. It's a shark. It's a bird. It's a bird shark. The shark bird. But again, I digress. He's not going to want to stand now, isn't he? Mess around with him too much. And last but not least, we have Razor Claw. Razor Claw, again. So, the thing about Razor Claw's articulation is that, like, it feels more complete. Like, it feels more feature complete than Skyhammer does, because, okay, he's got similar ball joints everywhere, but you can sort of move his arms more freely. There's stuff like this on his arm there, and the claws are articulated with some extra features, as we'll see. Ball joints at the knee, or wait, is that a swivel knee? No, that is indeed a ball joint at the knee. And as you can sort of see, there's hollow on the back too. Oh man, older figures were hollow as well. I'm surprised. Probably, I don't know. There's probably not, like, they all have to transform, so there's got to be, like, some points of hollow. And there's also, like, those screw holes in the front where one of them you even plug in a whatchamacallit right in there. Funnily enough, too, his Predacon symbol is a heat-sensitive rub sign. So it's been pretty cold and warm in the house for the past while. And it's been hard to just sort of, like, get this, like, going here. But it works. Trust me when I say that. It still works, which is kind of neat. It just goes back to black every now and then. So, that being said, we saw the one play feature outside of transformation on Skyhammer, what is good old Razor Claw's play features? Well, underneath claw number 1, he's packing heat. He got himself a laser blaster, which actually looks pretty cool in there. I don't know. I like this idea. Like, you just sort of like set it up as like as deep as you want it to go with, like, you know, flip up, flip down, or maybe blow it off or something like that. It's just a nice way to be able to like play with the toy in case you say lose this piece, because it's not like he's got like a separate gun. Oh, his gun is just built in. It's like, you know, like Super Battle Droid. He's got it. So his other claw, though, he's got this little flippy switch. What happens when you flip this open? Blades come out. Now, I don't know what the point of this is. This feels like these are supposed to be like some type of like praying mantis blade that's just like a thing he has. Like, it looks cool. I like posing him with it. And on top of that too, it's like, it's so simple to like change back and forth, like flip it back forward. You can pose this claw in so many ways. It's so good. Like, it feels like a hammer, like thwomp, thwomp, thwomp. And that's the thing where it's like thwomp. These claws are meant for like gripping and crushing and whatnot on a regular crab. So it's nice to see that they like implemented more ways that this thing could like grab onto somebody with those like flippy blade claw, with those flippy blades in the claw. And then it being probably like the size of an actual like hammer or sword with this supposedly serrated edge on the back. Yeah, that's gonna like do some damage. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of Razor Claw. I'm a big fan of Razor Claw, and I honestly only got like Skyhammer as a bonus because I saw him in the thing. I was like, oh shit, I'll get him too because he looks cool. But I've noticed something with Razor Claw specifically too, is that like we see a lot of like transformation design aesthetics from current era things in there that we don't see on Skyhammer. Though I do got to appreciate though. I will give like a lot of appreciation to this guy because I love this design. Like, he's got the robot head I like with like the battle mask. He's got like a cool. I will say this. This is dumb, but this is still cool. I love it when toys do stuff like this, like legit. It feels like when you're messing with a charging weapon in a game, like that's how it works, you know what I mean? But again, I digress. Even though this is kind of cool, I do got to admit that Skyhammer is a pretty simple figure overall, just based on his looks and everything. But I do love his paint. I do love his like paint to plastic ratio. It just looks nice. Like, oh, those blues on that white. I really, 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 really got to give credit there. You know what I mean? But again, I digress. He's a good figure, but he doesn't like... I don't like fumbling around with him as much as I do like with Razor Claw, just saying. But we got to use this part just to give some Skyhammer like appreciation before I move on to just talking about Razor Claw and all of like his modern design philosophy in an old package. So Razor Claw, something I've noticed, these feet like snap together like really easily when you're just messing around with them. But I've noticed that this is kind of a current design aspect. Like, a lot of Transformers do this kind of like feet style, which is perfectly cool. I think that that's kind of neat. He's not really a shell former per se. He's definitely like a figure that like tucks together versus like fully transforming, which is pretty good in my honest opinion. Because sometimes like trying to find a way to fold out a Transformer and fold it back up to make it into a car can come at some costs. Like this guy here where his legs just kind of like fall apart because, you know, he's got to like flip out, flip around, and the plastic quality is not the greatest, which is unfortunate. But at least he looks cool, right? Like, they're like, even with modern standards, it's like he's pretty solid. And I know, like, on some current figures, they did this thing where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna put some like holes on the front, or they're gonna like do something where they flip them around. I just kind of wish, though, that we got like modern versions of these guys, because these guys got like great, like, I like good articulation for their time. Like, even I have to admit they're better than Armada figures, because the Armada figures don't really have like a lot of articulation. It's mostly just play features. And you know what I was going to bring out before, I really couldn't, because unfortunately he broke my scatter shot. I was going to bring out my scatter shot to do a quick size comparison, because he's a scout class. These are basics. But Scattershot broke, and I got to get a replacement for him, unfortunately, because I tried fixing him, and it did not go well. That's all I have to say. But again, I digress. I want to see more remakes of toy-exclusive characters in the future for Transformers, because even in some cases, it's like in other continuities, they've been given, like, lead roles, and it's really freaking nice that, you know, there's some remembrance of them as time goes on and all that jazz, right? But, oh, it's not safe enough to, like, make them and all that. Which, it's kind of funny considering that, like, again, we look at, like, this guy, whom I don't even remember seeing or hearing about in the cartoon. Oh, but he's a Target Master, so he's got, like, a cool, like, play feature and whatnot. Like, I feel like a lot of people would like a articulated, like, claw to, or not even, I don't want to call this an articulated, but like a claw that you can, like, actually, yeah, that would be an articulated claw at this point, because you just open it, like, whatever, and then it could stay that way, versus, like, having to snap shut. But it's a play feature, so it's like, you know, you have him, like, bite down on Razor Claw, like, as much as you can, like Scruff McGruff taking a bite at a crime, or whatever the frick. But again, I digress. I just want to see more toy-exclusive characters come back for, like, remakes, rather than, like, just getting everything from the shows. Because these guys are deserving of it, I think, too. Like, they're good. They're not perfection. Like, I don't really care about, like, extra, like, articulation in their, like, abs or their freaking, like, leg pivots. Because these guys stand well. They look good. It's just that, like, again, accessibility-wise or whatever, it's nice to see stuff that's not just from the show get nice representation. We do get it sometimes. We got Jalopy. We got the freaking Armorizers. We got the Fossilizers. We've also gotten... Actually, no, the Weaponizers weren't... I think some of them were toy-exclusive, but not all of them, though. But I'm not gonna, like, jump to that real quick. The point I'm making is these guys are cool. And I like cool figures. I like seeing new cool figures. And I think that while we do get new cool figures, I would like to see more new cool figures based off of older stuff, if we can. Like, they just deserve it, basically. I know I've been on, like, my I don't want to say my high horse. I know I've been on, like, my mini rants about what we get and what we don't get a little bit. And we live in such an era where everything is played so safe. We don't get unique ideas like this anymore. Like, frick, wait a minute. Somebody didn't talk about, like, that's cool, that's fun. His head can pop in and out and whatnot. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but still, it's nice. And he, too, his head sculpt design I like. It's very robot-y, very alien-y. It's cool. That's what I mean. You can make some really cool, like, you can get some really cool ideas for new toys. And it's funny, too, because not even the third parties make these guys as, like, you know, newer versions and whatnot. We just have to hope, kind of like Hasbro making them official and whatnot. But again, that is just what it is. So maybe I'll keep my eyes open for more older Beast Wars if I ever see them. because I do want to get a Spittor, because there's no fucking chance in hell we're getting a new Spittor in like the toy line and whatnot. And even he has like comic book appearances, so that in and of itself is something that needs like addressing. But again, crossing that bridge as it comes along. Maybe we'll see new official, maybe we won't. Who freaking knows? I just want to see it happen because I like cool figures. And if we don't get cool new figures sometimes, well, whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. But remember, as always, be yourselves. Remember, mega like a hi, mega hiney ho, moa make a chai, make a moa make a hey, pickle barrel kumquat, chimichurri changa. That's the secret word of the day. Alright, guys, catch you all later. Merrick out. See you guys.